Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah, it's not compatible, but so what? Then you do karma yoga until you get over it, and you find, or you get in relationships until you realize that, the limitations. And then once you realize that that's a limited thing, a relationship is a limited entity, a limited situation, then you can move on. Then you can do your karma yoga, you can do your jnana yoga, whatever it is. You're not going to sit in a relationship sitting in a room like that talking to me. You got to get out and party, man. You got to get out in the clubs and whatever it is, and go where people are wanting relationships. You'll get one quick enough. You're a handsome guy. You got the gift of gab. You'll be able to get one. Probably get many. So, and I'll look for a nice spiritual girl for you, so you can fight with her. That's all. You did go to the party and you had a good time, but you didn't get burned enough. You got bored maybe, but I hope, yeah, because it's not going to work, anyway. So because you're here now, so there's no point in going back. Yeah, you say you said it. You feel dissatisfied thinking this thought. It's not a satisfactory thought. There you go.
Yeah.
How do you make a story out of your of thoughts that are dissatisfied, that dissatisfy you? That's not smart. Think thoughts that don't dissatisfy you. In other words, find satisfactory thoughts instead of unsatisfactory thoughts. You got a choice there. There's an appropriate use of your free will. Rather than just accepting that feeling as if, it was dictated by God or something. Fuck God, fuck Ishvara. Say no to Ishvara. If you want to blame God for it, just say, fuck you, Ishvara. I don't like that thought. Give me a better one, or I'll think of a better one myself. But that thought doesn't work for me. So fuck you, get out of here. Negative Ishvara. Ishvara is positive and negative. It's the good guy and the bad guy. Good energy, the bad energy. So you're not satisfied with what it is now. You have to be what you are right now, not want to be something that you aren't right now. That's called authentic. On the way, your hang-ups are going to fall away. But that's not the goal, to get rid of your hang-ups. The goal is to have a positive vision that moves you forward and do what's required by common sense, which is the scripture. Scripture's common sense. And you'll go right there. I mean, yeah, you could be. Karma yoga means, wait and see. Leave it up to Ishvara what happens. Do what feels best right now. Fuck what's going to happen. I see. You're not going to sign on to this unless you're pretty sure you're going to get to the goal, right? The world right now, man. What do you mean back into the world? This is samsara. You're in the world. You're sitting in the world. Out of the world, you wouldn't be worried about this. So you're in the world. Go back to the world. You're back to the world thinking you're out of it, but you're not. You're in Ishvara's dream. And you think you're awake. Pointed that out last night. The difference between Jiva's dream and Ishvara's dream. That's why you can say fuck no to fuck you to Ishvara. Because it's just a dream. You're just dreaming that you're out of the world. You are out of the world as awareness, but the one who said that statement wasn't awareness. That was, sitting in the world, and he doesn't want to go back to some other world. I don't know what other world you want to go back to. Because you wouldn't be sitting in this world if that world you wanted to go back to was okay, or would you? So you already got out of that world, but then this world isn't any better because you want to, you know, you're dissatisfied with the world you've already chosen. Why not be satisfied with what you got now, with who you are now? What's preventing you from that? Well, okay, but that's a belief, but you're not taking the scripture's word for this. You're taking your word for it. Scripture says you are free. So you've chosen to think you know better than the scripture. Have faith in the scripture. Just have faith in the scripture. Look at what I'm disappearing here. Anyway, yeah. Just faith in the scripture. Swami Dayananda says that's the number one. That it's right. I'm here to tell you it's right. That's all I am. I'm just a walking, talking scripture. Because it works best. I'm fucking sick and tired of my own, whoever that was. You know, that person, whoever that person was. Sick and tired of that, all that stuff. All that thinking and stuff. It's useless. Just be the scripture. Because it's right. The only agenda the scripture has is that, you know, that suffering's bad and that, you know, happiness and satisfaction is good. That's the only agenda. Now, I don't know how anybody can disagree with that. You know, well, that's up to him. He must think it's good to be miserable. He must define misery as happiness, which just means that he's perverted. That's all. Oh, if you know, if whatever turns you on, you know, if pain gives you pleasure, then go for the pain. I guess that's what you have to do if you're so, you know, so inclined. But it's all only because you're trying to please yourself that you do anything or say anything. Throw the dog a bone, get yourself a girlfriend, for God's sake. And don't promise to marry her and have babies. And if you can find girls that don't want babies and don't want to get married, then you got your girlfriend. And then when she says, why don't you, you say, well, I'm busy, I'm doing my scripture. So I'm reading my scriptures. So, and you can read whatever you want. You can go on the internet and read TikTok, or you can do whatever you want. But please don't bother me now. I just, you know, I'm not into it. I have a headache. And say like that. You're going to get the pain if you get somebody that's into Vedanta. Everybody that's into Vedanta is just a samsari that says they're into Vedanta. They got the same issues they had before. They just got maybe a better way of dealing with it. That's all. You're way too serious, man. You're way too conscientious. Your goodness is torturing you. You're a good Catholic boy. Yeah, fuck it, man. Virtue. You're trying to prove to yourself that you're a good, virtuous boy. Fuck it, man. Do what you do. Let the chips fall where they may. Don't go looking for trouble, but for God's sakes, man, you know, relax, take it easy. Yeah, be the knowledge.